Are you having trouble beating Dokkan events to awaken your units? Are you new to the game and struggling to figure out what you should do first? Well then, welcome to the Newbie's Guide to Dokkan Battle. Hey there everyone, my name is WafflesTheAsianYenbear, and today we're going to talk about the very first thing that you should do when you start Dokkan, which is grind the Ginyu Force team. We'll talk about exactly what that team is, how you get the characters, and how to build them in the hidden potential system. So I'll have some timestamps in the description and in a comment down below, that way you can skip around to wherever you need to. But okay, if you followed my past couple guides on when to start and how to reroll, those links are in the description. You should have started the game at a good time and rerolled for at least 1 or 2 strong units. That should make starting off a lot easier, but even if you didn't, I'll mention a few of the options you can do to catch up a bit later in this video. But first, what even is the Ginyu Force team and why should you grind them? Well, essentially this is a free, easy to grind team that's absolutely made for beginners. All of the units link well together, it comes with a free LR that you see on your screen, and while it may not be the strongest team, it's certainly capable of taking on many of the events in the game, and really helping you to get started on awakening your units. So how do you do it? Well, essentially, Monday through Friday there will be a special event called the Ginyu Force Special Training under Events and Story. There's 5 different special training events, each featuring a different member of the team that'll change daily. On Monday it's Birder, on Tuesday you can get Guldo, on Wednesday it's Captain Ginyu, on Thursday you can grind Jace, and finally Friday is Raccoon. Now on the weekend these events leave and they're replaced with a different version, so be careful, you can't farm any character drops from the weekend version, only the orbs. So in general I would stay away from the weekend version. So as you can see, we're on JP, but the process is the same as it is on Global. It's Friday, so Raccoon's event is up and we're going to take it on so I can kind of show you how it works. Now these events are only available on Z Hard. They should be easy enough for you if you rerolled, but if you didn't or you maybe started at a bad time, you might have some trouble clearing the events. That's okay, I struggled my first time too. But if that's the case, just go ahead and look for some other characters from other story events that can drop in a normal difficulty. For example, this Broly event right here has several in the normal difficulty, and you can use those to fill out your teams temporarily. Okay, so let's go back over to Raccoon here. Now Raccoon is a physical character, so we're going to want to build an STR team. As you can see, I'm filtering by STR and look for a strength leader. So I have access to a lot of different leaders because my account was farmed, but the ones you see might not be as good for you. So you want to be looking for a friend leader with at least higher than SA 10. As you can see, you've got the special attack levels right there. Most of them are 20. Preferably also with at least a level 60 character. If you're able to get a good friend leader here, it can definitely help carry you. Now I'm going to grab this STR Frieza because he contributes nothing to my team and is probably one of the worst possible leaders I could get right now, but it'll make it easier for me to showcase the difficulty. Now, looking at the team I'm going to use, it's kind of mostly a ragtag team, and honestly I should even switch the GT Goku for the Topo as a leader and level up all my characters to level 100, but I wanted to give you guys more of an accurate feel for how the difficulty would be with just a bunch of ragtag units, whatever you have in your box. All of these units are SA1, except for this random kid Gohan, who is SA4. And as you can see, my Topo only gives me a 30% boost, but he is a 30% leader for all types. Okay, so we're going to go with that. It is going to be a little bit difficult, but we should be able to make it work. Now, when we get on the board, there's 3 possible paths we can take, each with several blue spaces. These spaces drop hidden potential orbs which are used to make each of the Ginyu Force members stronger. On the left path, we have small orbs, on the middle, medium orbs, and on the right, large orbs. We'll cover exactly how much you need in just a bit, but today we're going to go ahead and take the left path, and I'm just going to try to grab all the 2s I can just to get through here as quickly as possible. But after we get through this, we're going to end up at a crossroads, and I'll just jump over to there so you can see. Here you can go on the left and it'll take you to a cloud, and straight ahead is the star. Now we want to go left because that's going to be how we get our character drops. The cloud is going to take us to a straight line. If you give me just a moment, we'll get on over there. Just a little bit here. Okay, now this cloud is going to take us to a straight line with more blue spaces, 3 blue, 1 empty, 3 blue, 1 empty, 3 blue. It's the same pattern as before. The first 3 are small, the second 3 are medium, and the final 3 are large orbs. Now, we are going to want to get all the way to the end of the straight line and face off against Raccoon. You'll find Raccoon or whoever you're going to be farming at the end of the line. If you're facing Guldo's event, it'll be Guldo. If you're facing Jace, it'll be Jace. It's essentially going to be the boss battle. However, occasionally you might see Thouser from the Cooler Force. I forget, maybe the Cooler Core, I don't remember the exact name. He's the secret boss, and he will guarantee a character drop if you beat him. So you don't have to rely on luck with that. He will guarantee the drop. Now, since this is a kind of bad team, essentially, that's putting it lightly, this may take me a little bit to beat him, so I'm going to go ahead and speed up this part. And there we go. That's all there is to this event. We didn't get a character drop this time, but we would just keep running it until we got as many as we needed. And as you can see, even though it was kind of a ragtag group, we were still able to beat it. So that hopefully gives you a nice gauge to where the difficulty is. Now, let's talk about what you need to max out their hidden potential and finish the team. So for each member of the Ginyu Force, you need a total of 14 character drops. 9 to feed into your first one's super attack, and the other 4 to unlock their hidden potential paths. A different amount of orbs is needed for each character, and I'll set up a visual on the screen, but for Birder, it's 5,740 small orbs, 3,150 medium orbs, and 301 large orbs. For Guldo, you need 6,090 small orbs, 3,370 medium orbs, and 320 large orbs. For Captain Ginyu, you want 6,290 small orbs, 3,430 medium orbs, and 336 large orbs. Jace requires 5,740 small orbs, 3,150 medium orbs, and 301 large orbs. Finally, Raccoon needs 5,790 small orbs, 3,170 medium orbs, and 305 large orbs. Lastly, you need 5 medals that you'll get from the missions tab for beating each event 30 times. You don't have to fight the boss for it to count, so once you've gotten all of the character drops and the orbs you need, you can just take the star path instead of the cloud one just to make it go by faster. But then, what should you choose when you're putting in your orbs? If you don't know, when you put in hidden potential orbs, sometimes you're faced with a choice between combo attacks, critical hits, or evasion. Now in general, you want to prioritize critical hits for most units, then do combo attacks, then do evasion. However, for some of the Ginyu Force members, it can be a bit different. So for Birder, we're going to go with 8 crit and 7 combo attack. In the past, I've tried going full evasion since he does dodge attacks in his passive, but ultimately he's performed worse, so I think this is the better way to go. Now with Guldo, we want to prioritize combo attacks since he has a chance to stun with each super he does. You'll have about 4 points left over that you can go into either crit or evasion. I think crit is the best way to go here, but you can go evasion if you want. Now Captain Ginyu is mostly crit. There is one node down in the bottom right, let me get over to it here, down in the bottom right over here that gives you either 5 combo attack or 5 evasion. You want to go combo attacks here. Now Jace is full combo attack, 15 combo attack, and nothing else. He buffs allies with his attacks, so you want him attacking as much as possible. Then finally, Raccoon is the opposite. He's going 15 critical hit. Raccoon is there to tank, but the crit lets him do some decent damage. Then, once we've filled out the hidden potential for all 5 and gotten them to 100%, we can go grab the team leader LR Ginyu Goku from the missions tab. He'll be giving us Ki +3 HP attack and defense 100% up. And then now, we're ready to take on most Dokkan events and awaken our units. So where do you go from here? Well, I would personally recommend trying to grind this STR Kid Gohan if his event is up for you at the time that you're watching this. He'll be helpful for you whenever you decide to take on Prime Battle events. But if his event isn't up, don't worry about it. Instead, you can either go take on Dokkan events to awaken your units, or you can start grinding some of the limited time story events for those characters. It's really just up to you. Hey guys, I was editing the video when I realized I forgot to talk about the other hidden potential options like the super attack boost, type defense, type attack, and the recovery boost, so I just want to quickly address those. Compared to the others like crit and combo attacks, they really don't make as much of a difference on your unit, so it's mostly going to be up to your preference. Personally, I go with recovery boost if my unit heals. If I had to choose for more general situations, I would prioritize super attack boost, then recovery, then type attack, and then type defense. But again, this is kind of up to you. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that this guide is helpful for anyone who's been starting Dokkan recently. I know that the amount of events and the different characters you can grind is just kind of a bit overwhelming when you start, but honestly, this is always the first thing I recommend to beginners when they start. Having a team that actually works together well as a beginner is just such a huge step, and it makes everything else just that much easier. And this is actually one of the last big 3 guides I felt that I need to make as like the essential newbie guide viewing before I moved on to the smaller and more niche topics. So if you guys have any questions or topics you want me to cover, please let me know down in the comments section below. So far, I know that you guys requested a guide on the gacha coins and one on how rotations work, and so I wanted to let you know those are coming, and I'll probably be working on those next. Then finally, I want to wish any of the JP players good luck in the upcoming World Tournament. If you need a guide for how to play that game mode, I've also got one up for that, and I'll put it on the end card. Anyways, with all that being said, I hope you all have a good day, good week, good life, and subscribe for more Dokkan Battle content. Goodbye.